Hi there, it's Lisa Sweeney here from Business in Heels, and I'm with the lovely Pascale, and we are talking about Human Super, which is the first female super fund. So hopefully you can see us. We've had a few technical issues, so send us any thumbs up if you can see and hear us. So that's always a good thing. So Pascale, tell us a little bit about, first of all, how you got involved with Human Super and what it's all about, because it's a fascinating thing.
Indeed. Well, I'll take the bigger picture question first, if I may. So Human Super is a fund designed and crafted for women when it comes to their superannuation. Now, why is this such a thing? Well, the sad fact is that women retire with about half as much superannuation as men do. Yeah. So, and in fact, the latest ASPA statistics show that we retire with 58%. Now, I sometimes hate statistics because they don't really mean anything unless you know the broader context. But the broader context is that if a comfortable retirement is defined as $545,000, that means that women retire with $229,000 less than a man. Now, this is a big old chunk of change, and you have to think, okay, well, what are the reasons for that? And there are three reasons. So firstly, we have the gender wage gap, which the WGEA reports as being 85% at the moment. So for every $100 that a man earns, then a woman earns $85. But the problem is that that gap varies by public and private, and also across different sectors. So in financial services, for example, 85% can drop to under 70%. Yeah. And of course, when you're earning 70% as much income as a man, you're contributing to your super 70% as much. So that's the first reason. The second reason is, of course, career breaks. Because of maternity leave or perhaps looking after aged parents, you're not earning income and you're not contributing to your super. But the third reason is also that it's the type of work that women do. Yep. And 3 times as many women do part-time work compared to men. And when you're working part-time, you're contributing fractionally to your super. And of course, a lot of women also work as consultants as well, during which time you're not obliged to pay your super. So all of these things contribute to create that $229,000 differential.
Well, and whilst we're chatting about it, there's also all the women in business that are running their own companies, like us,
entrepreneurs. That don't the last thing to be paid.
Don't have to pay it, and therefore choose not to.
Yes.
And many people are setting up companies that think that will be their retirement package, and that's not always the case.
No.
Because there's also another statistic that says that 45% of women are retiring into poverty. Yes, and that's not exactly good either,
No.
So
it's pretty grim. And the what that translates to, the super gap that I was speaking of, is that if we assume that a modest retirement income would be about $25,000 a year, so that's not going for your holiday to Europe or doing anything like that. That's just sort of keeping the lights on and eating baked beans.
Yeah.
229,000.
Oh no, I don't like baked beans. That's not for me.
No, I know. I mean, it translates to 10 years that women literally cannot afford to live in retirement. Yeah. So we're not just missing the boat, by a little bit here. We're missing it by almost a decade.
And we live longer.
So this is why super is super important.
Yeah. And that's why you've got a company called Human Super.
That's right. Yeah, exactly.
I bet you had a lot of fun coming up with it.
Yeah, we did. But I mean, what we're really trying to do is tell members that we're just trying to level the playing field when it comes to women and their super. The superannuation system, it's fantastic and it works, and it's put Australia on the global map when it comes to financial services. But the truth is that it works if you earn like a man and work full-time the entire length of your career. Now, none of those 3 statements can be said to women, or very few women. So that's why we are where we are.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, how does Human Super help the situation?
Sure. So we believe that the answer to minimizing women's super gap is not through tipping women into a high growth investment fund, because high growth brings with it high risk, but rather that the answer is through contributing more often to your super as early as you can.
Yep.
So we've developed a suite of proprietary tools.
Yep.
So tools that help you round up to your spending. So for example, I might say, right, for every $9 I spend, I want the 10th to go to my super. Or you might say, for every $19 you spend, you want the 20th to go to your super. So it's all up to you.
Yep.
And the way that it works is you just set those limits in the beginning, and then it just happens in the background. And that's the thing I love about this tool, is that it's great if you're it's just happening. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to activate it.
If I had the money, I'd
You'd
spend it.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
That's what I'm great at shopping.
Yeah. That's exactly right. So your savings are happening without even having to take any action.
Awesome.
Which is yes. So that's our first tool. The second tool is a tool that syncs with your bank account, and it tells you how it identifies your pockets of spend to help you understand where you could trim back your spend and contribute more to your super.
So 20 coffees a week might be something that suggests that I should stop.
That's right, exactly. And the other thing that it does is that it has an AI component to it. So if the tool can see that you've had a pay rise, and you're getting an extra $1,000 per month into your bank account, after a couple of cycles, it will say, hey Lisa, how about tipping 20% of that as a direct debit into your super?
How clever.
So if you can imagine, it's like a super coach.
Yeah, that's great.
Just helping you be engaged, helping you be present and understanding your super, and just little nudges, little suggestions here and there to help you do this. The third tool is the one that is called Future You, and I think it's for the very brave. And just to your comment about shopping previously. So the Future You is a downloadable browser extension. And so let's say I'm on Witchery again, and and I've added another black dress to my cart. The widget will tell me
you've already got 3.
Yeah, no. The widget will. Now we haven't built that tech in yet, but the widget will tell me that instead of spending $300 on my black dress now, that $300 would be worth $5,000 in my retirement, because this is based on my parameters. So I've said, okay, I want to retire at 65, etc., etc. So the point of that tool is not to guilt or shame you into decision making, because I think we do that well enough as women. But it's simply to help you understand the future value of your money, and to help you make decisions coming from a place of I know, rather than I don't know, or I'm just not thinking about it.
Excellent.
Yeah, so they're the tools.
That's amazing.
And then at a product level, what we're doing is we have lower insurance premium, because women live 5% longer, so why should we subsidise the men?
Fair enough.
We're waiving fees for our members while they're on maternity leave.
About time.
And then last but certainly not least, we're offering all our members salary negotiation coaching, because better income now equals better retirement later.
So you're going to learn to ask.
You're going to learn to ask, and we help you understand the principles behind negotiation. We give you role play. We help you understand the corporate perspective, so where the corporate is coming from and what they're thinking about. And all kinds of other useful tips, tools, and strategies.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah.
Wow. So tell us all, because this doesn't just happen, all this sort of stuff. And I mean, you could argue that this has been long awaited in the industry.
Absolutely.
But how did you, Pascale, get involved with this, and why are you so passionate about it?
Sure. Well, I joined as CEO 5 months ago now. But I've got quite an interesting background. I used to do financial services marketing and PR for blue chip financial companies, both here and in London. So BNP Paribas, BT Financial Group, JP Morgan Asset Management. Now, after JP Morgan, I had twins. I thought this would be a great time to run my own custom jewelry business from home.
Right.
While I was looking after the children, so that's exactly what I did, and it's still ticking along very nicely. But what that experience gave me was, hands-on practical experience with running my own small business. That also gave me tremendous insight into e-commerce, digital, and startup and technology as well. So when the original founders of Human Super were looking for someone who had this combination of skills.
Yeah.
It was a small pool, and then of course they needed a female to head up a super fund for women, and so then the pool became even smaller, and then they approached me and got me on board, and here we are. And the reason that it really resonates with me is because I have, of the 3 reasons behind the superannuation gap, I've got all those t-shirts. I was working financial services, so hello gender wage gap. I was not earning or contributing to my super whilst on maternity leave, and even now I work part-time because I choose to, because my littlest baby is still just 2. So again, I'm not contributing to my super as much as I could were I working full-time. So I've gotten all 3 t-shirts, ladies. And I don't know if they're t-shirts you want to have, but I really get it. I really understand the challenges that the system has set up for us. And I also, another reason I feel really passionate about it is because I have twins, boy-girl twins, who are 7, and they're identically matched in so many ways. Physically, they're as strong as each other, they're as tall as each other, they're as heavy as each other, which is quite unusual for non-identical twins. They've even got the same IQ. Right. And my husband and I are taking great care and pains to make sure that they're given exactly the same opportunities. But at some point soon, I'm going to have to sit down with my twins and say, right, little guy, when you grow up, you're going to earn $100 an hour. And you, little girl, you're going to earn at best 85. And when you retire, little guy, you're going to have $100,000. And you, little girl, you're going to have $58,000. And she's going to say, when she finishes being outraged, of course, she's going to say, but Mummy, why? And it's not that I don't have a good reason, it's that I've got no reason. And that really, really bothers me.
And I think, part of what, these sort of, it's such an innovative idea. So well done to get that off the ground. I think it's something that everyone should explore. So I encourage all of you to jump on and check out the link that we've attached to the video. It's going to be really cool to check it out and look at some of those tools. The actual program is not live till next year, though, is it?
No, as a fund, we don't go live until Q1. So February, March next year. But we are, of course, we're doing a whole lot of super education at the moment through our emails, we're also hosting the salary negotiation events, and we're all doing all kinds of interesting other things as well, including talking to government. So if you want to have a voice, and if you want to, obviously, I always think that the best place to start with understanding the super gap is to become educated. So I would strongly advocate signing up to our link and learning about the super gap, understanding how super works, what you can start doing in interim before we launch our fund, and then away you go.
Well, and as you say, I think there's a lot around awareness, and some of those ideas that you've got, the prompts, the tools, and all those would be so valuable. That would just, maybe I might choose then not to buy the black dress or my 20th cup of coffee or whatever it is.
That's right.
But I'll do it knowing, because something's reminded me. And, in this busy day and age, unless it's in your face, you're not going to deal with it.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Yeah.
So stay tuned. Obviously, we're going to have lots more interesting stuff from PASCALE and the group at Human Super coming out. But again, we do encourage you to check out the link and sign up. But if you have questions, particularly around you're running a business and, how can that work for me? Or I'm older and I've gone through a messy divorce and the husband's nicked off with all the super, which is a situation I hear a lot of.
Same.
What can I do about it? What are my choices? Again, these are sort of questions that, feel free to tag them on this video, and we'll try and get back and answer some of them, because it's a big thing to look forward to, and we all want to retire and feel like we can relax
and have a holiday,
and
spend time with the grandchildren,
and do all those things that we've imagined we would, and not feel like we've got to scrimp and save or never eat baked beans.
I know. No.
Anyway, so thank you so much for coming on. It's been great. And feel free to add any of those questions on.